Hey guys, Holiday Inflatable Fanatic, and for today's review, well, there is no review because this did not go anywhere near plan. So today we are doing a fail compilation instead. Let's start it. Guys, Holiday Inflatable Fanatic here, and today we got something it's just crazy. We got 50-foot Stay Puff. I'm with Noah, Sal, Lucas. We're trying to get this beast up. I mean, it is taking up almost the entirety of my front yard here. His belly alone is hitting the top of the roof for my shed. This is crazy. This thing is really hard to control. I mean, even just this is ridiculous, but yeah, I'm gonna keep you posted with how this goes. I don't know what to expect so far, but it's gonna be an interesting ride, especially with this wind. And we'll let you know how this goes.
Hey guys, Holiday Master here. I'm here with Lucas, Jake, and Sal. We are currently attempting to put up the 50-foot from Halloween Costumes air-blown inflatable Stay Puft Man. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to edit this video together, but as you can see, we are currently fighting wind. So yeah, I will keep you guys posted, and hopefully we can do a big review on this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Freaking awesome.
Yep, here it comes.
Oh my god. What the heck?
Oh my god.
Thing's just about inflated now. Now it's just a matter of getting it straight up. Took maybe about 20 minutes to get it fully inflated. Still got quite a process on it.
Boys, so sadly we are unable to do video. Wind just got really bad out of nowhere, so won't be able to do a review. I will post a picture of it up, but yeah, thanks so much for watching. See you later.
This thing is taking so long to deflate. We are using a rolling blow fan to put the inside in the inflatable, and it's sucking the air out. And I've been sitting here about maybe 10 minutes so far, and we're probably maybe like 2/3 of the way through. So just keep that in mind if you are thinking about this guy, that it's not only pain to get up, but a real pain to put away as well. In the process, as you can see from the photos, we have 2 rips at the tethers, maybe 3 rips actually, I don't even remember. Thing flew into the street a couple of times, like hit the car, hit our cars. Yeah, so yeah, this is probably like, and this was with 5 people, keep in mind, so just remember that if you are thinking about this guy.
Alright guys, so I just want to take a moment and talk about the 50-foot Stay Puff. So this video honestly was a mix of Jake and I, while the other guys, you know, I mean we all had a good part in it, but the other guys were more focused on getting it set up, which we were too, but whenever we were able, you know, we filmed a little bit, why not? But no, if you go and watch Jake's upload, he adds his own opinion, which, I mean, I'm going to agree a lot with him on. You know, we kind of discussed it after everything was down. and packed up. But my personal opinion on this item, very, very cool concept. Um, they had the 33-foot one, thought that was pretty cool, and then they did go out, above and beyond with the 50-foot because it's more lifelike from the movie. However, when it comes down to the item itself, in my, I want to say my point of view, because, I got to see it in person, it was very poorly made. It kind of felt like they just used everything they did with the 33-foot Stay Puff, and they really didn't toughen up the fabric. What I mean by that is the fabric kind of felt like normal inflatable fabric, which I know an item that size to do colossal fabric would be insane, but it almost needs it. Same with the stitching. The stitching, in my opinion, was poorly done because it took a little gust of wind and it ripped two, as you can see in the video, it ripped two of the four stakeholders at the bottom. It completely ripped them off. And that wasn't even like a hard wind. It was, I think, a gust. It was windy that day, but it was just a gust of wind. You know. So there's that. Sadly, we didn't get to see it at night, but I know it has C7s, so I think it'll light up pretty good. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Personally, it's not worth the money to me. It really isn't. After taxes and shipping and, it's $9.99 as it is, I personally think it's not worth it unless you have a good crew of people that can constantly be there when you put it up. I think Jake said it best in his video. If this was like a public thing, like where you have hay rides or like a trunk or treat or a public Halloween event where you have the people that can secure it good, can watch it. Because honestly, 5 mile an hour gust of wind is what we were dealing with for a little bit, and that was just destroying the thing. Now, I'm not trying to bash that company that made it. It's a good idea. It needs a major upgrade. It honestly does. Just seeing it for the hour or so that it was out, I really do like what they were going for, but quality wasn't there. And something else I want to point out, the stakes that came with it, the strings themselves were really good, but the stakes that came with this item were a sorry excuse, because Jemmy's 20-footers have bigger stakes than what the 50-foot Stay Puff comes with. We sadly didn't even get photos of those. I didn't even think to get photos of those. But yeah, they really, it's just one of those things. I don't want to bash it, but in all reality, I personally just don't think it's worth it. Sadly, at the end of the day, I do again agree with Chase. Sorry, Chase. Didn't mean to say your name. I do agree with Jake. Well, I do agree with Chase too. I'll get that in a second. I agree with Jake that Lucas felt defeated a little bit, so I feel for him. But at the same time, it's like I don't know how many people were actually buying these things. I know the 33-footers had some sales, but I don't know about the actual 50-foot. But what I was starting to say is I agree with Chase because he had a good point. When we were talking, in a group chat about all this stuff, and he had a good point that if you're going to make an item that sized, you can't use string holders, stake holders, same style of stitching that you use on 20-footers or the 33-footer. Like, you can't do that. Like, you can, and the outcome is what we experienced. So yes, I do agree with Chase and Jake both. So yeah. But no, I mean, overall, it was really cool to see this thing in person. I mean, you know, it's crazy. And I don't want to jinx anything, and I don't want to jump the gun, but I do think we're going to attempt to mess with this one more time at some point. I don't know when, but it was in the talks, in just hopes that we can get enough people. Because the crazy thing is, we had 5 people, and it still wasn't enough. You almost have to have like 10 to 20 people, because you need people, you know, holding it down and pulling the feet in place. Um, so yeah, I mean, that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm being too negative about it, but I'm also trying to be truthful. Because overall, company was, you know, not, they were smart, because it is, you know, lifelike with the size of Marshmallow Man, but at the same time, when it came to quality, I feel like they just rushed this thing, like rushed to make it. Um, Definitely not enough stakeholders, not enough weights. I know the item's 200 pounds as it is, because it comes on a pallet, but like, it, it, it needs more. It needs a big improvement. And it, on top of this, deflating it, like you see in the video, Jake talks about deflating it. We actually used a few fans to, you know, reverse the airflow, and that's because it only comes with 2 little zippers. Personally, I think it needs like it's a 50-foot item. If they put like a 5 to 10-foot zipper on the back, almost like a bounce house, where, you know, it's a heavy duty zipper, but then you have the Velcro or the clips over top of it to keep it shut. I truthfully feel like that would work 100 times better. Um, Overall, I mean, I know I was personally bummed too. You can't help it though. You can't help the wind. I mean, that we even looked at the weather, and it was good. And then out of nowhere, wind just started kicking, and we were like, oh crap. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, go over to Jake's channel. But again, huge shout out to Jake for letting us use his place. Shout out to Lucas for having the item. And shout out to Brother Sal for just being there. You know, it was a good meetup. We had a good weekend. I do have a lot of other videos coming after this one's uploaded with Sal and Jake. So, yeah, huge shout out to everybody. And of course, bus driver John. Huge fan of him. So, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.